Since before Popeye became super strong from his regular intake of spinach, companies around the globe have been making outrageous claims about their food products. While laws prohibiting false advertising have had some effect, that doesn't stop some companies bending the rules where they can, with results varying from pseudoscientific facts to deceptive buzzwords. Here are 10 superfoods that claim to do extraordinary things, but don't always deliver. Number 10. Snap, crackle, and stop. Looking at the packet of Kellogg's Rice Krispies, you might be led to believe the claims that the breakfast cereal is perfectly healthy. Being constructed mainly of rice and sugar with a few fortifying vitamins, they really do seem like a healthy way to start the day. But the Federal Trade Commission's 2010 investigation of the product told a different story. After a lengthy investigation, Kellogg's was found to be misleading consumers with claims of developmental health benefits for children. This is partly to do with the main ingredient, rice. Rice may be easy to digest, but it lacks the fiber and more natural nutrition that can be found in legitimately healthy breakfast options like porridge. While the rice is indeed fortified with nutrients, the claims of Rice Krispies boosting immunity in children have been drawn into question time and time again due to a lack of any substantial evidence. Number 9. Healthy sweetness. Dark chocolate claims to be an epic superfood with countless health benefits like enhancing muscle growth, reducing stress, and improving sexual performance. But before you tuck in, remember that a 2-ounce bar of 70% cocoa dark chocolate contains 50 milligrams of caffeine, almost as much as an 8-ounce cup of black coffee. While caffeine can be beneficial in measured amounts, too much can lead to insomnia, anxiety, and migraines, not to mention the problems that arise from caffeine addiction. But it doesn't end there. Dark chocolate contains oxalates, molecules that inhibit your body's ability to absorb calcium, which can cause kidney stones. While it's true that dark is generally healthier than milk chocolate, bear in mind that 1 ounce of dark chocolate is still made up of 35% saturated fats. Number 8. Against the grain. It's a commonly held belief that multigrain is the healthy choice for bread lovers and is chock full of nutrients, fiber, and proteins. But despite all the healthy-looking seeds and grains, it's still bread, which unfortunately is full of carbs and lacks nutritional value. Multigrain bread may even be a source of anti-nutrients. These are compounds like phytic acid, which is commonly found in grains, and binds nutritious minerals together, preventing their absorption into the body. Catherine Zaratsky, a Mayo Clinic dietitian, warns against the trappings of the superfood claim by saying that multigrain simply implies the bread contains more than one type of grain. It doesn't necessarily mean they are whole grains. This is critical, as the real nutritional value of grains comes from the additional nutrients contained within the components of whole grains. Regardless of how many there are, the multiple grains are often processed and deprived from most of their nutritional value. There's very little FDA enforcement regarding whole grain and multigrain distinction, so you never truly know what you're slathering in Nutella while you try to convince yourself that it's still healthy because it has seeds in it. Number 7. No added sugar. Despite health claims, sugar-free foods usually come with a catch. Artificial sweeteners like sucralose are incredibly potent at around 600 times the sweetness of sugar and can wreak havoc with your body. Sucralose in particular has been linked to weight gain, as it can trigger receptors in your mouth responsible for recognizing sugars. Your body expects a surge in glucose. Because this surge never arrives, intense cravings can occur. According to a 2010 study published in the Yale Journal of Biology and Medicine, these cravings can easily result in overeating. No added sugar is an exceptionally vague term. To see this in action, look at most supermarket fruit juices and smoothies claiming to have no sugar added. Here's a healthy looking smoothie with fruits and vegetables on the label, plus a big bold claim of no sugar added. It has to be healthy, right? Wrong. Flip the bottle around and you'll see 53 grams of sugar on the back label. Just because no sugar has been added doesn't mean the ingredients don't already contain a huge amount. This is especially true with smoothies and fruit juices, as blended or juiced fruit can be incredibly high in sugar. You probably wouldn't eat 3 or 4 oranges in a row, but it sure is easy to drink them as juice. While sugar in whole fruits isn't necessarily bad, in smoothies and juice, this sugar is no longer bound to the fruit fiber, which means your body processes it faster, causing increased blood sugar and hunger. Number 6. Acidic wonder? You may have heard the claims that apple cider vinegar can help with digestive disorders, boost energy, get rid of acne, and even prevent cancer, depending on who you ask. Well, despite their popularity, few of these claims are anything more than conjecture. While there are studies that show that apple cider vinegar is beneficial, too much intake can cause issues like low levels of potassium, erosion of dental enamel, and even burns. Miracle stories of regular apple cider vinegar consumption resulting in weight loss are only temporary. As is the case with many appetite suppressants, it's difficult to keep weight off that's shed in this manner. While people claim claim apple cider vinegar has teeth whitening properties, this is only true in the sense that when acidic vinegar gets rid of dirty stains, it takes tooth enamel with it. That said, apple cider vinegar does have its positives, like how its acetic acid content can slow the conversion of carbohydrates into sugar in the bloodstream, which is great for helping diabetics maintain a healthy blood sugar level. Number 5. Miracle Meme? When Chef Pete Evans published his daily food routine in 2012 containing activated almonds, countless memes soon followed. But the concept of activating your almonds slowly gained legitimacy in certain circles as a nutritious, easily digestible snack. The truth is that activated almonds are nothing more than almonds soaked in water for 12 hours, and that doesn't make them any more nutritious or easily digestible than they already are, according to research led by Professor Rachel Brown at the University of Otago, New Zealand. While the phytic acid content of almonds, which can reduce our ability to absorb nutrients, is decreased by the soaking process, phytic acid isn't all bad. It can have anti-inflammatory effects and helps reduce blood glucose and the risk of kidney stones. Whether they're actually beneficial or not, this trend has clearly hooked some foodies, as activated almonds typically sell for double the price of plain almonds. Just soak your own. Number 4. Super strength? Protein powders are marketed as must-have supplements that claim to work wonders for those helping to cultivate muscle mass. What protein powder fans don't know is that this so-called wonder product can send their kidneys into overdrive. This is a side effect of excess protein, which can cause long-term damage for those with kidney disease. Some protein shakes also have high sugar, cholesterol, and saturated fat content, which can result in dangerous blood sugar level spikes. Instead of helping with weight loss, this super powder can become a source of weight gain if intake of protein powder is not supplemented with sufficient exercise. Even more worrying is the fact that toxins and contaminants like lead and cadmium were recently found to be present beyond safe levels in powder tested by non-profit Clean Label Project. This does vary by brand, but a more general concern is that the FDA allows manufacturers to evaluate the safety and labeling of the products themselves, so there's no way to know for sure what's inside your super strength powder. Dietitian and nutritionist Catherine Zaratsky warns that while protein powder may yield quick results, it's not as useful for long-term intake. It may seem obvious, but falling into the trap of regularly replacing meals with protein shakes can result in serious nutrient deficiencies. Number 3. Beware night starvation. Did you know you need energy to sleep? According to advertisements in the mid-20th century, you do. Adverts for the malted milk drink Horlicks promised it could energize you not only for the duration of your sleep, but for the whole day ahead. According to the interwar ads, someone who drinks Horlicks at bedtime will wake up more energized, more productive, and most importantly, they won't suffer from night starvation. The phrase night starvation was coined especially for Horlicks in 1931 by Norman Cameron, a copywriter at famed advertising company J. Walter Thompson. The catchy piece of faux medicinal terminology, a very popular marketing tactic at the time, enabled Horlicks to sell a sweetened, fattening milk product to people under the guise of giving them the necessary energy to sleep soundly. These adverts even implied Horlicks could restore lost beauty and bring the zest back to a marriage. True, this alleged super drink will give you vitamins, minerals, and fortified nutrition, but it also contains heaps of carbohydrates. With all these extra carbs, blood sugar levels rise, especially when you don't get to use that extra sugar before sleeping. It goes without saying that there was absolutely no scientific backing to the concept of night starvation, but what does the truth matter when you're guaranteeing sales? Number 2. Medicinal soda? The cleverly medicinal, minimalist appearance of vitamin water lulls consumers into a false sense of healthiness with classic buzzwords: vitamins, minerals, and electrolytes. Yet, the 33 grams of sugar in a single bottle makes it just as bad as a soda. In 2011, the brand's owner, Coca-Cola, was sued by the Center for Science and the Public Interest for making unwarranted health claims regarding its vitamin water. Advertisements for vitamin water had featured taglines like "Kiss me, I'm healthy," which were flat-out lies. In the lawsuit, Coca-Cola's representatives gave the outrageous statement that no consumer could reasonably be misled into thinking vitamin water was a healthy beverage. Gee, I wonder where consumers got that idea. With just a few water-soluble vitamins in it, this deceptive drink is highly fattening and comes with the same risk as all other sugar-sweetened beverages: increased risk of developing type 2 diabetes, tooth decay, heart disease, and even cancer. While vitamins and electrolytes, as promised, are technically present in the vitamin water, this is pretty much the least healthy way you could go about getting them. Before I tuck into number 1, here's a hilarious honorable mention that proves how easily people fall for bogus health claims in foods and drink marketing. Would you pay $28 for a bottle of water if it claimed to do amazing things for your body? Even if you would pay this absurdly high price, would you still do so knowing the product was labeled hot dog water? In 2018, Douglas Bevan set out to sell unfiltered hot dog water at Vancouver's annual Car Free Day festival. The hilariously vague health benefits claimed including assisting weight loss, increasing youthfulness, and improving brain function. Bevan sold over 2,000 fluid ounces at the event. In reality, reality, the whole thing was a stunt, and Bevan's real intentions can be read on the bottle itself. The whole exercise was an effort to encourage critical thinking related to product marketing and the significant role it can play in our purchasing choices. Given the number of false superfoods already mentioned, hopefully it's obvious how important this message is. And number 1, pep and vigor. Since the early 20th century, food companies have been using the term vitamins wherever they can as a catch-all term to falsely imply nutritional value to otherwise unhealthy products. In the early 1940s, the Donut Corporation of America launched vitamin donuts. You heard me right, vitamin donuts. With thiamine, vitamin B3, and iron. Fortified was used as a buzz term in marketing for those sweet treats. This superfood hypothetically contained 25 units of vitamin B1 in each fortified donut. For the record, they never specified what measurement they meant by units. More vague terms were used in the poster ads, which promised pep and vigor to the customer. However, the donuts were not enriched, just the flour itself. And of course, flour is not the only ingredient in donuts, which contains huge doses of sugars and saturated fats. The War Food Administration spotted this quickly and informed the Donut Corporation that they would need to change the name. They knew they'd been foiled and they dropped the product entirely. So have you been fooled by any of these claims in the past? Or do you know any other absurd claims on superfood products that you can't help doubting? Let me know in the comments section down below, and as always, thanks for watching.